Look at that. This article right here. Nearly 4 in 10 Gen Z college grads are giving up on using their degrees, says a poll. Look at that. King Raymond, what's up, dude? So nearly 4 in 10 Gen Z college graduates are opting away from the white-collar work that their degrees prepared them for, instead choosing blue-collar jobs amid an uncertain job market, according to a new poll. Now, guys, we're already starting off wrong. Because if you have a degree worth a damn, there is no uncertain job market, right, guys? All my friends that are engineers, lawyers, doctors, economists, IT guys, accountants, right? They don't have problems with their degrees, you know? So the survey of more than 1,400 Gen Z adults found that 42% of Gen Zers are currently working in or pursuing a blue-collar or skilled trade job, including 37% who have a bachelor's degree. Gen Z is being more realistic. Why it matters. So the blue-collar share of workers has grown since 2020. Despite often being seen as less prestigious, these jobs often have greater stability and higher job salaries compared to entry-level positions for more white-collar work. Guys, this is true. Anyone who's Generation X, so anyone who's like 44 and above, guys, we were the first generation that was basically forced into college, like saying, oh, well, not forced, but propagandized that college is the best way to go. Guys, put a 1 when you were young. You were told that if you joined the military or if you had a trade, you were basically a moron, right? That the only people who were worth a damn were the ones who went to college. You know? Richard Brown says 50% of lefty females are on psych meds. Facts, yep. But guys, prestige is not having debt. Prestige is having essential work where you never have to worry about a job. And even if you do lose your job, you can get another one tomorrow. Prestige is having a job where you work from like 20 to about 31. And then you have a skill where you can start your own business and pay other guys to do it for you and make even more money, right? That's prestige. Look at that. Kevin says he didn't listen to him. He's debt free. Yep. JD, what's up, man? Yeah. Gen Z, that includes those born from 1997 to 2012, have been described as a tool belt generation, with college enrollment falling fast from 2019 to 2024. During that period of time, the numbers of bachelor's degree students fell by 3.6%, and an associate degree enrollment dropped by 15.9%. That's a lot, guys. Look at that. But even those with a degree might be turning to blue-collar work due to today's difficult job market. In the new report, 37% of those with a bachelor's degree were working blue-collar or skilled trade jobs. Trade jobs offer a smart and rewarding path for many, especially those who prefer hands-on work and practical learning over traditional classroom settings. They provide faster entry into the workforce, often without the burden of student debt, and also offer strong job security with less risk of automation or outsourcing. You guys, we talked about AI, right? Guys, that'll be the day that they can make a robot that'll go to your house and figure out your plumbing issues, right, guys? You know what I'm saying? These jobs often begin with apprenticeships and can lead to career growth through specialization, supervisory roles, or even business ownership, making trades a viable and stable long-term career solution. But Gen Z men were significantly more likely than Gen Z women to choose blue-collar work. You think? What? They think that that's some new like revelatory fact? Is this revelation from on high? Why are people so stupid? Why? Even among those with degrees, 46% of women were working in. Even among those with degrees, 46% of men were working in or pursuing trades, compared to 27% of women with degrees. But guys, what excuses do you think that they're going to say why these women aren't choosing trades? It's because of the patriarchy, right?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
It's because men hold us back, right?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Clown world. So for those who did choose these blue-collar jobs, avoiding student debt and reducing the risk of being replaced by AI were major factors. Gen Z's being realistic, says HR consultant Bryant Driscoll. They've seen older generations grind in corporate jobs only to be left with burnout, layoffs, and shrinking returns. Blue-collar work often offers something corporate America no longer guarantees, and that's stability. tangible skills, and union protections. Roughly 30% of those working in blue-collar jobs said trade jobs offer better long-term prospects, and 19% said they couldn't find a job in their original field. Another 16% said they weren't earning enough with their degree, and 25% said these jobs are that blue-collar jobs are less likely to be replaced by AI. Someone says it's getting harder to find good-paying white-collar jobs, and many of the ones out there don't pay enough to justify the debt that students take on to get the degrees. And guys, that's true. That's why there's a shortage of general practitioners, because starting out doctors don't make enough money to justify their degrees. Guys, I will repeat what I just said. Starting out doctors, general practitioners, do not make enough money to justify getting that degree. Absolute clown world. Look at that. On top of that, companies have slowed hiring, so a lot of graduates aren't even landing jobs in their field of study. Someone says more Gen Z college graduates are turning to trade careers, and for good reason. So many are concerned about AI, while trade jobs offer hands-on work that's difficult to automate. Additionally, many grads find that their degrees don't lead to careers in their field, prompting them to explore more practical, in-demand alternatives. Yeah, for Gen Z, blue-collar work often means quicker training, lower upfront costs, and jobs that feel more secure in the face of automation. That combination makes it a practical alternative to pursuing a 4-year degree. Facts. While their classmates are drowning in $100,000 student loan debt, these Gen Zers are earning while they learn. So many are concerned about AI replacing traditional white-collar roles, while trade jobs offer hands-on work that's difficult to automate. Facts, guys. We've known this the whole time. Guys, if you're a young guy, you don't know what to do with your life, guys, try out being a mechanic or something where you can jump into it and make money and figure out if you want to do it or not. If this trend continues, college enrollment could decline while demand for apprenticeships and trade programs rises. Longer term, as more workers pile in these fields, labor supply could increase and eventually put pressure on wages. That shift won't happen overnight, but ripple effects on career paths and the workforce as a whole could be significant. And guys, the more people who decide to not go to college, the more likely it is for tuition costs to come down. But guys, that's not going to happen because these 304s are always going to go to college, always. Look at that, man. If more Gen Z workers choose trades, then employees will finally have to rethink how they treat white-collar workers. It also strengthens labor power in industries that are critical to infrastructure and everyday life. This isn't Gen Z settling. This is Gen Z rejecting a broken promise and building careers on their terms. Facts, guys.